Bitcoin is failing. Rome is coming down. The king is going down. Is it really? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Meta Show. Is your host, Carlos Siqueira, in the house. And because you are here, it's about to go down. Here's what's going to happen with Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on my screen. And I know that is lame, but I'm about to drop a disclaimer. Nothing here is a financial, legal, or tax advice. But as you guys can see on my screen, Bitcoin is about to either go sideways, up, or down. That's my conclusion. And happy holidays. But as you guys can see, there are some weird stuff happening in the crypto space. It's a lot of craziness out there, things that we haven't seen before, right? We've seen the Dow Jones going up, we see the S&P going up, and then we are seeing the king, Bitcoin, going down. What the heck is going on? That is like FUD everywhere. It's all kinds of craziness going down out there. So what's up with all this FUD? Why is it failing? Is it due to the largest month's expirations on CME? Is it inflation? Everything is going up and craziness. A lot of talks about governments and banning Bitcoin from multiple countries like China and other countries following through, saying that Bitcoin is never going to be the currency that's going to run their country. Because for that to happen, and according to them, is they have to shut down and destroy their national currency. And, China's not going to let that happen. But what are they going to do? They're going to create their own stuff, in my opinion, a lot of countries out there, and then they will ban it. So it's a whole lot of conversation. Is it tax loss harvesting? There's another topic that's happening lately. Lots of to think about it. And we're going to cover that on today's show in the next 20 minutes. And that's why we are doing our Crypto Meta Show every day, Monday through Friday at 12:35 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be covering it up. News, the latest, the greatest, what is hot in the market, what is crazy. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of awesomeness and break it down to you guys on what it's talking about. So I want to show you guys something over here that I found it from Napkin Finance. It's a pretty cool way to show you guys tax loss harvesting and then explain to you guys, right? Because it's basically a lot of people, if you made a whole lot of money in crypto this past few years, Bitcoin and Ethereum, if you never sold it, you're good. If you never sold one of them, you never traded your Bitcoin or Ethereum into stable coins for another coin, you are good. But if you did, that we have to talk about. So I'm going to explain to you guys tax loss harvesting like I'm going to teach a kid, because I want you guys to explain this. And again, nothing here is a legal or tax advice. But in US, there is a loophole called wash trading, which, by the way, this loophole is going to go away very, very soon because they already made it away from stocks and many other types of investments. So in crypto, you head into the last day of the year to do this. So let's say, for example, let me bring my Bitcoin chart here. I'm going to go into, let's go into weekly. And, let's say, you guys been following me for a couple of years. Let's say you bought a whole bunch of Bitcoin back in, let's say, January 2020. Right, for a little bit, like around my birthday, let's say, for a little bit less than $9,000, and then you bought a whole bunch of Ethereum around the same time, my birthday in January 2020, it was around a little bit less than $200 in January 2020. Let's take a look here, January 2020. Yep, right below $200. So let's say you bought a whole bunch of Ethereum and Bitcoin, and you made thousands and thousands of percents. As you can see, the charts, they went up. So if you never sold it, if you bought a Bitcoin and Ethereum back then, and if you follow my advice, again, just my recommendations, everything here is just for entertainment purposes, and you made a whole lot of moolah, a whole lot of plata, But if you never sold it, you're good. Nothing to worry about. If you never sold, if you never touched it, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, you're great. But if you did, my friend, if you traded for any other coins, any other stable coin, USDT, USDC, you name it, it's a whole bunch out there. If you did it, now there is something called capital gains. So that's why we are talking about this, because that's what the rich, they do, right? They made so much money, and to offset their losses, they sell a whole bunch of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Or they, let's say, for example, you buy, let's pick a coin over here, for example. Let's say you bought AVAX. Let's say you bought AVAX. Let's bring the AVAX chart here. Let's say you bought AVAX over here on the high, 147. You made millions of dollars in Bitcoin and Ethereum, or you made hundreds of thousands. But now let's say you buy AVAX. You also bought AVAX back in November for 147, and you sold it right now, let's say for 107, just to keep simple numbers. Now, that $40 loss is called a capital loss, like you lost money. That's a loss on that coin. So what they do, they let's say if you bought the AVAX at 147 and now it's 107, if you sell that, that's a capital loss of $40 per coin that you can now go even buy it right back, so that you can take advantage of that dip. But because you sold it at a loss, that loss right there per coin can help you offset some of your gains of all your other coins. So this is a loophole that they have in the system that a lot of wealthy people, they take advantage. And that could be one of the explanations why Bitcoin is tanking, because they sell all the big Bitcoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum. As you can see, the whole thing is red. Phantom is actually doing great. But, let's just stay here with me, because I want you guys to understand. So, and you can actually buy a ride back. And that's what a lot of the people, they do. A lot of the wealthy, they do that. And that's called wash trading, tax loss harvesting. But that's going to go away very soon. And I know a lot of you guys here that have been following me want to take advantage of this. And one of our affiliate partners, they are out there helping a lot of people with this. They basically, I'm going to bring them here on the screen. If you actually, in the link below the description, it will take you guys there. This is actually really, really cool, because what coin tracking does, they analyze all your trades from all your wallets, whether it's on your mobile hardware or on your computer, and they will tell you your gains and your losses, and they will break it down to you. So then you can take that to whether you do your taxes or to a tax person. Again, not a financial advice, but this can help you offset some of those taxes. Again, not a financial or legal or tax advice, just to help you out. This is actually something very, very cool. So check it out, coin tracking, the link. Again, I'm not trying to bring fear here to you guys, but I want you guys to be informed and understand what the heck is going on in the market, why everything is falling. Rome is coming down, as you guys can see, the wick, which is going opposite of what the stock market and the Dow Jones and the S&P are doing. They're going up, BTC is going down. Another thing that I believe is inflation, right? There's a whole lot of FUD right now about inflation. As you can probably see in your local supermarket prices, prices of goods are going up. It's a whole bunch of talk about inflation. There's a great article here by CoinDesk. Is that why is Bitcoin dropping if it's an inflation hedge? Someday the orange coin's fixed supply might make it a safe haven. Today is not that day. Right? Because it's a whole bunch, it's crazy. If you guys think about it, they keep printing, dollars, they keep printing yens and a whole bunch of currencies around the world. You figure, Bitcoin would be great to hedge against this shit right now, but apparently it's not doing that. So a whole bunch of, negativity and crap out there. You know, I was looking earlier, if you guys go on Cointelegraph, a whole bunch of FUD that as well, analyst warns that possible downside wick could push Bitcoin to as low as 44K. Everything is negative. It's a whole bunch of things. But here's something else that I'm always telling you guys over the years that also I believe it's, as you guys know, this Friday's expiration is actually this month's expiration is one of the largest in history. One of the largest month's expiration in history. As you guys can see over here, the max paying price is 48,000. So they want to keep that thing below 48. As you guys can see where we are now, we're right below that 48, right? So it came down good. And again, as I've been telling you guys over the years, every Friday, every end of months, Friday is the last Friday of every month, you always seen this behavior. They push the manipulation to prove, and I brought it down and I broke that down to you guys there on the charts. You know, for example, if I bring here my weekly chart right now to you guys see exactly what happened, right? We were here and then boom, keeping down all the way. And again, if you guys look at CMEs and if you guys look at the expiration, look at this. Look at how much money is in game play over here. It's billions and billions of dollars in play. So for them, for the billionaires and the very wealthy, it's very important that Bitcoin does not go above $48,000 so that they can make their moolah, you know, for this month's expiration. Just a simple explanation. You know, there's a whole bunch of more variables involved, but that's what that means. You know, the max paying price is 48. All those green candles over here, that's a bunch, as you guys can see, all these calls. Look at that. All them calls, all green. A whole lot of moolah that they bought, expecting not to go above 48,000. That's the max paying right there. So expiration is here. We have inflation. We have tax, you know, harvesting going on, and in my opinion, that's why we are seeing all this FUD, every freaking coin out there going down, as you guys can see in the charts. And you know, unfortunately, because of this aspirations and everything else that's happening in this space, we are not gonna see, my humble opinion, that green candle, you know, break the 60 or the 6. Nope, not gonna see it. It's everything is against us. Everything is going against the king. And that's not a bullish signal. If we don't close the month above at least that 60K candle, it's no bueno. As you guys can see, we are far from that. It's a few levels of resistance even before we get to 60 or beyond, as we wanted to close the month. So unfortunately, it's not going to look, and that's not going to look good, at least on the short term. But don't let all that craziness, you know, don't fear. Like I tell you guys, when everybody's freaking out, that's when you dollar cost average into the market and you pay attention to the FUD. And when you feel a little bit greedy, that's when you buy. When you feel a little bit greedy, that's when you sell and you take a little bit off the top. But when everybody's freaking out and are selling, no diamond hands, that's when you dollar cost average. That's why it's super important that I think I did the video the other day on TikTok. Check it out. Some of tips on, talk about it, like having at least 25 to 30% in stable coins, right? In dollars. So when manipulation, when things like this happen in the market, especially that we know, right? If we go back and we look every month expiration, you know, the things start dropping, right? You see over here, look at that, right? November, perfect. Like, look at that. Towards the last Friday expirations of November. Look at here, Bitcoin 58, bam, 29, all the way down. It touched that 40,000. Look at December, right? 51K. Boom, all the way down to 47. Let's make sure that if my theory is right, let's go back and analyze a few more months for the expiration. Let's look at September, right? Boom, towards the end of the month. Look at that. Then touch it, the 39K. Let's go back in May. Let's go to May 2021. Look at that. Look at that. It went all the way to 64, right? And look at that, April, and then towards the end, of April, went all the way down. Same thing for May. This thing is predictable, right? You look at charts for so long, you see that spread. So if you know that towards the end of every month, Friday's expirations is going to be some manipulation going on, make sure that you have some stable coins on the side, some cash on the side, a percentage of your portfolio that you can dollar cost average and buy in some of those coins out there, which is so many great coins. Like everything is for sale right now. Is holidays. You got DOT on sale, Link, ADA, Solana, Luna, Phantom, AVAX. Phantom is actually going up. Look, the only green over here on the candle. So definitely, guys, a lot of things to think about. So there you have it. I just wanted to do a show today, but for you guys not to worry, long term, the Bitcoin, the king, will survive. You know, it's going to be very difficult to take the king down. Can never say never, but that's why it's important to diversify your portfolio. Blockchain is here to stay. Metaverse, the Web3, so many amazing projects out there. Diversify, right? Have yourself the big coins. Get yourself into crypto gaming coins, you know, NFTs, the Metaverse, and have a diversification. The odds of everything falling down, it's going to be very, very unlikely. Very, very important to diversify your portfolios. And then you have it, ladies and gentlemen, another awesome episode of the Crypto Meta Show daily, Monday through Friday at 12:35 Pacific time. Appreciate you all. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have a very special show. It's going to be my anniversary. So we're going to do a little anniversary show tomorrow. It's going to be a little surprise. Probably going to give you guys a couple of tips for all my friends who are happily married for a very long time. I'm going to be my 14-year anniversary coming up. And I appreciate all the love, all the support. Keep showing up. Press the karate chop, that like button, hit the notifications and that bell, and I'll see you guys here every day, Monday to Friday at 12:35 p.m. You guys know the drill. Life is all about the mission, never the commission. And whenever if you feel a little bit stressed out and pissed off, remind yourself, my friends, that the days that breaks us are truly the days that makes us. Have an outstanding day.